everybody, it's Sam here from KitchenGadgetsClub.com, and I've got a brilliant one for you as part of our picnic summer recipe series. We are showing you how to make some delicious cheese crackers in the air fryer using our 2-ingredient dough.
First, let me explain to you who we are. If you're new around here, my name is Sam and I've been teaching people how to cook smart with just kitchen gadgets for over 10 years. In fact, we don't even have an oven or a hob in our kitchen. We are double Sunday Times bestsellers and The Independent calls us the best for beginner cooks. But because we've been creating videos for a while, we've ended up with more than 1,500 recipe videos on our YouTube channel. So what we have done is we have created a recipe index organised by gadget to help you quickly find your next recipe video. You can find them all at KitchenGadgetsClub.com/YouTube, and we would be honoured if you would subscribe to our YouTube channel for more recipe videos like this. So now let's get back to the food.
Well, we haven't got our 2-ingredient dough out for a while from Air Fryer Easy Every Day, so we thought, why not? This is our flatbread dough that we made that's in our second air fryer cookbook. It's a brilliant recipe and it's a brilliant mixture of yogurt and flour that create a dough, and they make so many delicious recipes with them. In our cookbook we have everything from flatbread to naan bread. We even show you how you can make them for pasties and bagels. They're just amazing. So what about cheese crackers then? Because that's a bit different, isn't it? So the idea here is I'm doing some old-fashioned crackers similar to the ones that I associate with the Biro book. This is my Biro flour shaker. And what I've got in my bowl already is I've already got the weighed out flour and yogurt, and I'm using authentic Greek yogurt 0% because that is absolutely brilliant in this recipe. It produces the best results. So you add those to the bowl, and then I've also got my flour shaker, like I mentioned, because it's perfect for when you're rolling out your dough. And then to make these into these delicious cheese crackers, we've also got some mixed seeds here. And I've used pumpkin seeds and sunflower seeds. And then I've also got some grated cheese here. This is just reduced fat mature cheddar cheese, but any will work. And you may be wondering why reduced fat cheddar. It's because, not just because it's lower in fat like the yogurt is, but also because reduced fat cheddar doesn't have as much fat in it, so it works better in the dough and stops it going too oily and greasy and makes a better cracker. So just think, a better cracker that's lower in fat. So shall we get started? So let's start. Let's bury that yogurt. So it's nicely buried in the middle now, as you can see. So just keep burying it, mixing it around like this, making sure the floury bits are on your hands so you don't really feel like it's sticking to you too much. Just keep mixing. So as you can see, mine's kind of starting slowly to come together. So now is a good time for me to add in the cheese and the seeds. I don't need to clean my hands because I'm adding all of them from here, and then add in all your cheese as well, and then let's get the dirty hands back in. So isn't this an easy dough to make? It's just so simple. You can use it in so many different recipes as well. So just keep mixing, getting your hands in there. And as you can see, it's coming together lovely now. And then just use one of your hands to kind of bring it together into a dough. Mine is sticking to me quite a bit, so I'm just going to flour my hands a bit. And then you just want to bring together the seeds and the cheese into the dough. And then just keep squeezing it with your hands so that you find any bits that are not quite needed. And then the seeds will stick to those, like I've done there. So now I've got the dough. Oh, a bit of cheese that's fallen out. I'm just going to give my hands a wash, and then we can get some flour on and we can start rolling the dough. This is my rolling pin here I'm using. It's one of the kids' ones, but it's great for the job. Just a bit wet from something else I was doing. And then grab your flour shaker and you want to coat your board in some flour, and you can do a bit onto your hands as well. And then don't forget about your rolling pin. So then get your hands in there and knead your dough and get it so that it's ready for shaping. So look at that dough, doesn't it look beautiful? So now with your rolling pin, you can start rolling it out and then just keep turning it and rolling it. Turn it round again. They're quite thin, so aim to roll it as thin as you feel comfortable with so that it's ready for the air fryer. So I'm just going to carry on turning it and rolling it. And you get quite a lot of crackers from one lot of dough, so if you would rather do half a batch, then go for it. You can also freeze this dough either cooked or uncooked. You can see there we have got a good quantity of dough. So once you're happy with your thickness of your dough, you can start slicing it up, ready for crackers for the air fryer. So now, should we slice it? So you just want to slice it into little chunks so it's easier to go one way first. And you can see all the lovely seeds at the top, can't you? So that's one way. So what you can do is you can turn your board and then you can do it the other way. And then continue until you've got your chunks. You can make those on the end as small if you want to. You can make them as big or as little as you kind of like them. And then oh, look at that, isn't that a lovely size for them? So wasn't that easy? So the next job to do is to get some in the air fryer. I mean, isn't that the best bit? Trying them once they're done. So air fryer out. And then you can just pop in as many or as few as you want. You don't need to line the air fryer because it's not a sticky dough, so it's not going to make a mess of your air fryer. And then just pop in as many that will fit on a single layer in your air fryer, because otherwise they won't cook evenly. So then continue and just keep adding them all in. I think that's a lot on a single layer. So let's start cooking our cheese crackers. You want 8 minutes at 180 Celsius. That's 360 Fahrenheit, and then press start.
Let me introduce you to Kitchen Gadgets Club. We recommend joining it because it's brilliant for kitchen gadget recipes with step-by-step photos. It's got lots of easy recipes. You can join for as little as £1 a week. It has a library of over 1,000 plus kitchen gadget recipes, and we add 4 new exclusive recipes every single week. Here are just a few of the recipes. Each recipe has both metric and imperial, step-by-step photographs, plenty of useful kitchen gadget advice from experts. Just take a look at some of the photographs. And of course, you can join by heading to KitchenGadgetsClub.com/join. And now, shall we get back to the food?
And we've beeped. So, shall we check on our cheese crackers? Oh wow, look at them beauties. Don't they look brilliant? Oh wow. A little bit stuck, but not too bad. So if you just move them around in the air fryer, you can use your hand for this. Look, they're moving now. They're looking lovely. And now let's finish them off with another 2 minutes. And we've beeped. So shall we check on them and see what they look like? Are you ready for this? Oh wow, look at those beauties. Don't they look brilliant? Oh, if I can touch them. It's a bit hot. A bit hot to touch. Oh, I can hear that. Oh, with these lovely seeds in as well. They're just the perfect summer snack. Perfect for your picnics, days out, barbecues. Just something for you to snack on at home as well. And then if you're feeling a bit savvy and you just fancy one flatbread, you can halve the dough, make a flatbread, and then you can use leftover dough like this to make these with. They could become your leftover dough treat. So now we've done the first batch, I think we need to rinse and repeat. So find yourself some nice Tupperware or whatever it is you want to store them in. And then we can put some to one side and then get some more on. So that's batch number 1. So then let's get some more popped in here, shall we? And then I think it's going to take 3 batches. So that's batch number 2. So 180 Celsius, 360 Fahrenheit, 6 minutes, and then press start. So batch number 2 is done. So let me show you batch number 2. Oh, don't they look lovely as well? So now you can pop these into your Tupperware as well. Oh, we're getting a good collection going here. Oh, these are so nice. Oh, look at them. They look lovely. Right, so that's the last of them from the second batch. So we've done quite a filling tub now. So just spread them out in the air fryer on a single layer, just like you've done with the other ones. And then continue until you've added them all. So 180 Celsius, 360 Fahrenheit, 6 minutes, and then press start. And we've beeped. So shall we see what they're like? Oh wow, look at those already, they're looking fabulous. So, you know what to do. Give your air fryer a shake, make sure none of them are stuck, and then you can pop it on for a little bit longer. And now let's finish them off with another 2 minutes. And we've beeped. So, if you've batched like me, then that should be your last of your beep. And those are the last ones done. So what I found here is I've ended up with quite a few. So what I recommend is instead I'm going to put them across 2 containers instead of 1. Oh, look at that for a portion size. That is brilliant. So now the last ones. Oh, one last one stuck on. So as you can see from the air fryer there, it really doesn't make a mess of your air fryer. And you now have both of them ready. So what do you think? Would you make those in your air fryer at home? Now that is the question. Let me find one that's not too hot that's on top and I can try one. These are really, really nice. Kind of a bit like in taste of a cheese straw. But of course you've added in some seeds and they're really, really good. And another great use of our flatbread dough that is in air fry easy every day. Thanks for watching, and now you've seen a glimpse into our ovenless world. And of course, if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. This is what I call one of our step-by-step instruction videos. If you would rather have short and sweet, don't forget to check out our shorts. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook, TikTok and Instagram. And if you want to find videos quickly, if you head over to KitchenGadgetsClub.com/YouTube, you can see an A to Z list of all our YouTube videos. So you can find videos by Kitchen Gadget. And I'll see you again soon.